So wherever you go, whatever you do, there's always something that you take with you. And we can call it presence, we could call it consciousness, we could call it that amness, the beingness, the sense that this is what is, this moment, now. So whatever you do, wherever you go, there's always this moment. And this moment can't leave you. You can't get out of it. You can't be like, hang on, I'm just going to switch off from this moment and be somewhere else. Be in the future or be in the past. You're always in this moment. Maybe you daydream of the future, or maybe you daydream of the past, but ultimately you can only ever be here. That's only a daydream. And you never get to turn it off. Like from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to sleep at night, you're always here in this moment, like me, 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 me. Even if you're like walking through the forest and there seems to be like forest and scenery passing you by, and you seem to be going to new places and new adventures, you're still always here, right here in this moment, in presence, in aliveness, in consciousness, in amness, right here. So no matter where you go, no matter what you do, it's always this, no matter what. And to me, that's it. That's all these teachings, non-duality is trying to teach you, is a reminding of who you are, which is this moment. What you assume is that you are a body that's in relationship with the world. So you assume that you're a subject and the world is an object that you're in relationship to. And that there is distance and space between you, and what you feel is that you're always moving from moment to moment. So you've left the next moment and you're moving into the next moment, you're moving into the next moment, and the next moment comes with different scenery or different experiences. So walking from the kitchen to here, your mind tells you that the walking in the kitchen and then walking to here is a different moment, you're in a different time. And so you assume that you're walking through a world that's still there when you're not conscious of it. So that's the assumption that our mind tells us. Our experience tells us something completely different. Our experience, our direct experience, is that all there is this, is what's happening, this moment. So beyond our imagination, beyond what we know intellectually, what we've learned, what we think about, what we imagine, your direct experience is here, this is it. But we overlook that and we believe what our mind says. We believe that there was a last moment that you've come from and now you've arrived in this moment. And you really believe that there's still a kitchen or a room outside this room, even though you can't ever look at it. Even if you run and jump and quickly look out that door, it doesn't mean that you've caught it. You'll never know what exists when it's not existing. You'll never know what's there when you're not looking at it. Your experiences, if you come back to your direct experience without thinking, without ideas, without presumption, your direct experience is that it doesn't exist. There is no room out there, there is no world out there, and that's incredibly simple. There's only this. That's what animals are dealing with. Even though they have some form of intelligence which is managing some form of timeline, they're only ever dealing with this because they can't think or imagine something else. Their brain isn't big enough to be able to create these complex images and timelines and cause and effect. They're kind of very much just in whatever they're doing, and then there's some form of instinctual patterns which carve their way through life. But in the moment, they're only doing what they're doing. They can't imagine that in the last moment they were doing something else. I can assure you that Khaleesi is just dealing with life. My dog Khaleesi is just dealing with life as it presents itself. So when she's chewing her bone, that's all that's happening. She's not like, I wonder if there's another dog on the other side of the fence chewing a bigger bone than me. Have I got the biggest bone in the world? Or is it small? Am I lucky or unlucky? Big bone, little bone. Big bone, little bone. Am I better or worse? Better or worse? She's not thinking about that. She's like, and that's her experience. Completely in the chewing, in the moment.